people are chasing Super Bowl rings, and windows close at times. You got windows open, you got windows closed. The Bills, the 49ers, and the Cowboys. Let's look at all of these three teams. Could the window be closing for the Bills? They got the Jets. Aaron Rodgers just moved over to that division. You got Tua, who's young. You got Mac Jones, who's young, getting coached by the GOAT himself, Bill. I mean, and then you got the 49ers. I mean, they still might be good because they just locked up Bosa. And then the Cowboys, Jerry likes to stay consistent. So he always likes to be competitive as far as the windows. But, it's getting very interesting for these teams, honestly, especially with other teams in the AFC and NFC sparking up. How you feel about all these teams and especially in your division? You got the Bills. You got two young, hungry quarterbacks that are trying to make their own statements.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I still feel like the Bills, they have a few years with Josh. He's gonna keep tricking up and messing up until he finally gets in there, especially with him having Stephon around him in that defense. They're pretty solid. So I feel like they have a couple of years on them. Niners are kind of tricky. That's a gamble right there because you don't know how Purdy's gonna do it in his sophomore year right here, especially coming off that injury. That UCL is that throwing injury that baseball players get. So it's some serious, I would say. So that's something to watch out for. But their defense, they always come to play, regardless. So that'll be a good piece for them. And your boys, at the end of the day, you guys are solid. You guys are solid. It really just lies on Dak, like I said last week. It's on his shoulders. He has to get the job done. He has to be consistent for you guys to get to where you guys need to go. That's as simple as that. He's still young too, as well. I believe he's 30. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, so it's like
Yeah.
that's still
Dak is
young
still
for a
pretty
QB.
young. And
Yeah,
they just got Trey Lance, who's even younger than that. So I mean,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like he's always trying to stay competitive in that aspect. So it's hard to say the window really ever closes for them when they try and stay competitive. It's just they don't have they need to get the pieces to get to the ship. That's the problem that they have. As far as the Cowboys. The 49ers, though, man, Geno Smith is in that division now. And so we can't forget about Seattle, man.
yeah.
They doing their
Yeah, yeah.
thing. And you're right, Brock Purdy, man. He's coming back from an injury that is very much unknown about how he's going to come back and perform. Yes, they still
Yeah,
have very much excellent offensive and defensive pieces on that team,
yeah.
but your quarterback has to be able to perform in order for you to win
Gotcha,
games. They gave up on Trey
gotcha.
Lance, so they think they really do have something in Brock Purdy, even with that injury. So, I mean, that's going to be very interesting to
Yeah.
watch. And like you said for
Hey,
the Bills,
that's
go ahead.
that's that's why they paid Nick Bosa all this money because they don't have to worry about QBs for a little while since they got Mr.
Yeah.
Irrelevant. They're paying him for the low right now. So and he's performing. So we'll see if it lasts. That's on him. It's on him. Yep.
No, you're right about that. They're paying, yeah, because they definitely saving money going the Brock Purdy route, paying him for the extreme low right now. So
Yep.
that's good for them.
I
And but
thought
yeah, I mean, as far as the Bills go, I definitely see them. Josh Allen, he's a good quarterback. He's a great quarterback. And they still have Diggs. They got pieces, but you have a killer in your division named Aaron Rodgers now, and as a Cowboys fan, I know what it feels like to lose to Aaron Rodgers, especially when you want your team to win so bad. It's
yeah,
like he just finds a way in the last seconds of a game to get in field goal range, to get in a Hail Mary situation.
yep.
I've seen it and I've watched it one too many times. So to have a guy like that in the division, I'm not going to say Josh's window's closing because Aaron Rodgers is, already up there in age, but it's going to be hard for him for the next few years while he's in that division. And now you have talent developing in Mac Jones and you have talent developing in Tua. So for the Bills, I think out of these three teams, they're the hardest. They're the ones to look at the most as far as a window closing, even with
Yeah,
the pieces
yeah,
they have.
yeah. Even the pieces. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Out of all them, yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It is tough because yeah, the division itself, the division itself, it does keep continue to get a little bit stronger overall, with the teams. So I agree with that. Yeah. Niners have an easier chance. Cowboys, you guys really just have to worry about the Eagles and the upcoming uh Commanders. But yeah,
But
no,
but I will say we can't sleep on the Giants.
I'm
As
trying
much
not
as
to. I'm really trying not.
I don't like the Giants because they just irritate me.
Yeah,
Watching Eli Manning, all those formative years of him of that just depressing face, and then him winning those Super Bowls and all that, it just made me not dislike the Giants organization even more. But I don't hate them as much as the Eagles, that's for sure. We
yeah,
know that if you saw me last season, but nonetheless, I don't want to sleep on the Giants. And why I say that, because Daniel Jones looked like an amazing quarterback last year with zero wide receivers. Now he has a tight end that is an excellent wide receiver,
mhm,
and he still has Barkley. So I cannot just sleep on the Giants at all.
no,
As far as the Commanders, they will always, well, I can't say always, but for right now, they have a solid defense. They have pieces on offense. It's just up to Sam. It's up to Sam Howell, man. It's up
that's
to him.
it. Yeah.
If he can produce, that team could be pretty competitive. But the East is back. Yeah. I mean, that division is tough. All those division, I mean, well, the 49ers division isn't as tough as the Bills and Cowboys division. Because really the 49ers, I feel like, only have to worry about Seattle. I don't think the
Mhm.
Rams are going to be competitive that much. And unfortunately for the Cardinals, they're
Come on.
just
Yeah,
they
come on.
might be the worst team in the league this year. I'm just
It's
gonna put that out there right now.
yeah, not even just on paper. It's just it's gonna show. It's yeah, it's bad. It's all bad for them. So I agree. Totally agree. Yeah, I can't the whole Aaron Rodgers thing is gonna be tough. Because I feel like these next 2 to 3 years that he's gonna be playing, for sure he's gonna be gunning for that Super Bowl and that team and the way it's constructed right now, they can get it done. They can get it
And
done.
they
It
have
just
young, hungry pieces,
they do all
and
around, man.
they got a killer around them too. So
Yeah.
it's I'm nervous.
Yeah, yeah, it's scary. It's gonna be a good season, man. And they're underdogs on Monday too. That 2.5. I can't believe
Yeah,
that. So
yeah,
I
that
can't, but I
actually
can't.
surprised me for them to be underdogs at home.
Yes.
I'm personally gonna jump on that.
Yeah, same. So
So I can't
we're
tell
just laying
anybody
two
else what to
down.
do with their own money, but
Yeah,
me personally, I'm gonna jump on that, and I might even parlay that with the Browns.
for the Browns. Yep.
There's a spoiler for you, a nice little
Yep.
two-team
That's
money
it.
line parlay at that. They are
Yep.
both money line options plus money. So
Do what
hey,
you will.
look, you
Hmm.
know, I'm just trying to help build the wealth, as they say.
That's it. That's it, man. Yeah.
But
100% agree. Yep.